Hey everyone, this is Miles from VRDorsBlog.com, here today with a look at the note-taking abilities of the Lenovo Thinkpad tablet. Now, as you all know, if you've watched my review or anybody else's review, it can come with a stylus. It has a digitizer like the HTC Flyer. It's very similar technology. I'm not sure whether it's the same hardware behind that or not, but regardless, it has very nice note-taking features, very nice drawing features, and I'll be showing you some of those today. So I'll go ahead and open up Notes Mobile, which is the included note-taking application for the Thinkpad tablet. And as you can see, I use this for all of my notes for school, Algebra 2, Physics, all that kind of stuff. And I'll go ahead and open up something that I already have as an example. As you can see, you can just pan through all of the pages you have. It doesn't have any touch and kind of turn page ability like Google Books applications on Honeycomb or iBook on iOS. But it's a pretty smooth system. It could be faster switching from page to page, but since it has such nice note-taking abilities, I really can't fault it that much on that. So as you can see, you can do really detailed work on this. You can draw nice and small if you want to. It's just a really nice experience overall. And you can have as many notebooks as you want with all this. I'll go ahead and open up a new one for test purposes. So one of the features that this has as a big note-taking feature is both palm rejection, so you can have your hand on the screen while you write. And it'll come up with some things, especially if you don't write, like what I just did. But it really cuts down on accidental writing with your palm. That's really nice to have in a tablet oriented towards the business market. So, as you can see along the top here, you have transcription. Transcription, so I can do this kind of thing. And as you can see, I just have to cross out something for it to delete it. And you have undo, redo, all that kind of stuff. You can also draw a circle around it to select it. It lets you export as text or an image, and also delete sections if you want to. So that's really nice to have. I found that the transcription feature is really pretty nice. It's not the best. It can have some mistakes in it. Let's see if it can do the rest of this. Yeah, so it's really pretty good, really fast, and personally I don't use the transcription feature that much just because, in my opinion, if you're going to be exporting as text, why not just type it? But I can definitely see the applications of it in certain situations. So what I use the most is Freehand. It lets you just do anything you want, as you can see, write in your own handwriting, and excuse my awful handwriting right now, but I'm reaching around my tripod to do this. And really I've been using this a lot. Pretty much whenever I need to write anything, I'll go for this instead of paper. And so much so that an example being that I've found myself just reaching up when I am writing with pencil and paper for these undo and redo buttons instead of actually turning over the pencil and erasing. So that gives you an idea of how much I've been using this. You can also select certain sections, like, let me just scribble here a little bit. So you can still use this to erase, and really if you're going to be erasing something, I would recommend that you use the transcription tool to do so. Just because if you use the eraser tool, as you can see, it's okay on it's less text heavy page like this, but once you get a lot of writing on there, it'll be pretty laggy and it'll miss some stuff as you try to erase. And this is really a better tool for erasing what you want all at once. So, yeah, you can draw really finely if you need to. It's a really responsive stylus, and the digitizer on the screen lets you pretty much duplicate the experience of pencil and paper. So it's really nice. I can't really fault it in any way on that. Something that you will be running into on this is the fact that you will probably just not really write that well with it originally, and that's just to be expected on a writing method like this. But as you can see, these are some of my algebra notes for the past few weeks, and it's while my handwriting isn't the best, it's really pretty good, pretty sensitive once you get to know how to write with it. It's not quite the same as paper and pencil, just because there's some amount of delay and the occasional glitch. Like if you have your hand on a certain spot here and you try to start writing over here, since it's using the palm rejection and kind of blocking out this section of the screen, it will start to not let you write there. But I mean it's not really a failing in the technology. You just have to get used to it. And for me, that only took a day or two, just writing notes, a period, 2 periods every day. So really, it's a pretty fast learning curve. If a little bit glitchy at first, you can also, as you can see here, insert pictures, and that's really useful if you have paper homework, for instance. You can just take a picture of it with the tablet, insert the image in here, and you're good to go. You can write on it and everything, as you can see right there. So another nice app for this is, let me see if I can find it here. There it is, Sketchbook Pro, and it's the nicest drawing graphic illustration tool that I've found in the Android market so far. Now, something that this doesn't seem to have, or at least not that well, is the palm rejection technology. But I mean, if you had a 12-inch screen or bigger on this, then it would be a problem. But with a 10-inch, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. You can just either hover a little bit or just reach over, and for a lot of illustrations and art, that's what you're going to be doing anyway. So as you can see here, it has a whole bunch of tools. It has airbrush, pencil, different brushes, marker, eraser, and tons of nice features here. You have color sliders, radius of the brush, opacity. Again, you have all the tools there. You even have the color selector, and you can just do that with it to select tools. It's the closest thing to that there's going to be to Photoshop for Android that's really tablet optimized. We've been hearing rumors about that a lot lately, but really it's hard to say when that'll come out, because back in May or something we heard there was actually a press announcement about a full Photoshop for iOS, and that, as far as I know, hasn't come through yet. So but I mean, this is definitely a great app. You have layers also, you have masks. It's really great if you're getting this for graphic art. So we've taken a look at notebooks, Notebook Mobile, or Notes Mobile. Lets you have different notebooks, take notes really effectively, really quickly, smoothly. As I said before, really the only downside to taking notes on this tablet is that there's some glitches like the palm rejection if you start trying to write above your hand. But for the most part, it's a really great feature, really great feature set, and it's really pretty sensitive. So you can write as small as you want, you can write as thick and large as you want, you can change color. I would definitely recommend this as a note-taking or drawing tablet. Thank you. This has been Miles from VRO's blog with a look at the note-taking and drawing ability of the Lenovo Thinkpad tablet.